Morning everybody. I hope this video finds you well. Hey guys, I'm back for my short little break, and I hope that you all missed me a little bit. I missed you guys too. I'm gone for a month and the whole world seems to have gone a little cuckoo crazy, huh? TikTok ban, or not ban, spawned a move to Xiaohongshu, which is Little Red Book. And a lot of Americans are learning something that I've been saying all along. All the lies about China is not sustainable. It can only sustain it with ignorance. You keep those walls up high and enforced, nobody's going to know the truth. Now the truth is coming out. People are seeing it. Within the last month, we had not only Xiaohongshu, but we've had DeepSeek, the AI revolution being led by China, 2 6th-generation planes that the experts in the United States said China could never produce, not in 20 years. We got Donald Trump, and he single-handedly started Dodge, which is headed by Elon, and they're uncovering just phenomenal amounts of money laundering and graft. It's stunning to me. I think in terms of 1,000, they're talking in terms of billions and multiple buildings and stuff. I mean, the United States has become a corrupt cesspool to all sorts of degrees. Anyways, don't want to dwell too much on that. Then Donald Trump says, okay, I want to take over Canada. I want to take over Mexico. I want to rename the Gulf of Mexico from Gulf of America. I want to do this with Panama. Meanwhile, placing all the restrictions on Europe. Europe's saying, okay, we're pressed left and right. We're just going to move to China. And so we're looking at an isolationist policy that's going to further clean up the act in the United States, but cause it to isolate more from the world stage. That's okay. Don't worry too much about it. So what I'm here to tell you guys is not to worry about anything. It's like I've been saying, world reconstruction is in process. Don't be too upset about it. It's all good. Let me get a drink of my water tea. I've taken, can you see this? It's lemon water is all it is. I think it's kind of healthy. So what can I tell you? Now, for me personally, and I think all reality is a personal adventure. Your reality is your personal adventure. Their reality is their personal adventure. My reality is my personal adventure. And even though we share the template, we don't share the living experience. In other words, my lifeline, if you draw the line on the world line template, is not the same as yours. So I want people to keep that in mind. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my experiences. Malaysia was, everybody says it's cheap over there. Well, as somebody who lives in China, it's twice the price. Everything was twice the price of what we pay over here in China. That's the first thing. Second thing, heavily American influenced. Not good, not bad, just neutral, but there's American fast food everywhere. Dunkin' Donuts, Subways, Burger King, A&W Root Beer, Kenny Rogers, just Krispy Kreme, just all kinds of stuff. And the foods there in Malaysia is heavily influenced by India. So there's a lot of Indian immigrants and a lot of Chinese immigrants. In fact, I would say just about everybody in Malaysia spoke Chinese. A solid 70% of them were fluent in Chinese. And I will also say that a solid 40% or 45% were fluent in English. So Chinese and English, you go there and you don't have any problem communicating. People understand you. It's sort of like a melting pot. People from the east came there, people from the west came there, and they're hanging out in Malaysia, and it's just Kuala Lumpur was happening. What we did is we stayed. We got cheap airfare, really bargain basement, cheap airfare, but we had to have a long window. That's why it's so cheap, long window. And so I was gone for a month. Calculating the prices from 1 week during the holiday to 4 weeks outside of the holiday, the price was roughly about 15% the price. Okay. Hotels, 15 to 20% the price. So we went there, landed, got a cheap hotel, then went door to door to the hotels, cut a deal with the manager of a hotel we liked. We got a nice suite, which was had a kitchenette with a washer and dryer and a pool. Okay, so that's the way to go if you're going to be there for an extended period of time. So we did that. It was a very, very good experience. Lots to do. Of course, I brought my kid there, and she was loving it. We took her to a place called Kidzania or Kidzilla, which was it was sort of like a Disney World, but with role play. And they go there and spend 15 minutes to 20 minutes doing a role play, whether it's a pilot, whether it's a firefighter, whether it's a policeman or a detective or a photographer or a choreographer or a map maker. And it's a total city. Inside the complex, it's a total city. Kids are running around. Kids are all loving it. It was just great. So that was a wonderful, wonderful experience. And they had other ones. And I branded this whole vacation as an adventure for my daughter. And she loves adventures. So that makes her loves it even more, right? And I think we all need to have adventures in our lives as much as we can try to afford them. So we have this situation now. We're on it's not the cusp. The cusp of Reconstruction was a couple of years ago. We're now solidly in the reconstructive phase of global geopolitics. A new reality is emerging. It's no longer, everybody is now admitting the United States and its unipolar order does not exist anymore. It's now a multipolar world. And how the United States handles that is going to be up to some debate, but I think they're going to handle it out of necessity, whether they like to or not. Because it is a multipolar world. And the best thing you can do in a multipolar world is to be helpful and participative with your neighbors. So, and those are my thoughts. Don't you know? So, which causes the segue now here. With the advent of AI, and lots of AIs moving around, guys, you know that. And with all this AI stuff, a lot of stuff's going on. And people are taking videos and stuff showing all kinds of odd stuff. And you can make this stuff up using computers. So we don't know what's real and what's junk. But what we do know is that my reality is what I experience, and his reality is what his experience, their reality is what their experiences. And it may be bogus or it may not be bogus. All that matters is how you fit into the reality as you experience it. So therefore, people disappearing from your reality and showing up something else? Yeah, well, that's because we live in a construct. Well, okay, fine. don't get too caught up on it. Now, those of you who read MM, not everybody here who sees these videos reads MM, but if you read MM, you'll notice that I have a daily story popping up in the feeds called about Sir Wickerson, which is a story that I generate now. I generate these stories and AI flushes them out for me, and I've been putting one a day, like your daily capsule diet, and I'm trying to incorporate some kinds of quantum laws and thoughts into them. I hope you guys gain numerous stories, lighthearted, about life on a farm. I hope you appreciate it. And that's kind of the stuff I'm kind of going there. Because some people, guys, I can describe things as I have as an engineering point of view, but some of you just want to be entertained. And I hope it's a way of teaching some basic stuff. Just like the movie The Matrix taught a lot of people about, it was in a science fiction world, but taught them a lot about the idea that maybe we live in a construct. Important stuff, don't you know? So, as the world turns in this reconstructive period, there's going to be changes, but you guys are going to be doing just fine. Sure, there's always this kind of things may go off the rails here and there, but for the most part, the world is settling down. I know it doesn't seem that way with Donald Trump, okay, but it's settling down. Trust me on this. It's settling down. And I just want you guys to do well. That's all I care about. So I just wanted to throw this out to you, throw it out now, so you got something to chew on and spit out the grizzle if it's too much for you to handle. And I will be providing more information later. I have to go up. YouTube has threatened me with banning because I'm promoting harm to children. I don't know how the hell I'm doing that, but so what I'm going to do is I am going to deactivate a lot of my videos, except for a couple that I know are pretty pristine. Not so much as to harm you guys, but to protect the platform that I use at this moment in time, because I don't want suddenly to be further blacklisted. Okay? So I'm just going to start deactivating. I'm going to do that as soon as I finish this. And don't take any of this personally. I'm going to leave some stuff up. But, and that's for that, and that's for now. Take care, people. And know I believe in you. Bye-bye.
再保留一点温柔，想与你的开头曾那么心动，确认过的眼神 you， 再也无法被替代的 you， 要如何 say goodbye， 梦里时空，丢掉了你以后该往哪里走，确认过的眼神 you， 再也无法被替代的 you， 要如何 say goodbye。 回到故事的开始，那么温柔，有雪白的月光，温暖的手，记得你细腻的掌纹，抚摸着我脸颊，凝望你深邃的眸，你会抬头望星空，憧憬着未来的我们的以后。如今不回头，晴空放开了，沉默的自己走。心脏像厚厚的玫瑰，灼烧的脸，解不开我沉重的剑，想着你的一个一念，重复播着的每个画面，完整的爱过你每个缺口，从来都不后悔让自己后，非要为你离开这个借口，是不是那场雨也是过后？再保留一点温柔，想与你的开头曾那么心动，确认过的眼神 you， 再也无法被替代的 you， 要如何 say goodbye， 梦里时空，丢掉了你以后该往哪里走，确认过的眼神 you，
Say goodbye, say goodbye，舍不得你离开，多远的未来才走过的不到一半。Say goodbye, say goodbye，再见我的女孩，希望没有我的灌溉，你也会重新骄傲的盛开。
别离被温柔，现在不是开头，放开你身旁，想得太沉重。别离被